Order a special meeting of the Stevensville School Board of Trustees. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll take attendance of our Board of Trustees. Dan? Here. Jennifer?
Here.
Tony? Here. Fran?
Here.
Ben? Stephanie?
Here.
Billy? Here. And Skip? Here. 8 board members out of 8 total are present, therefore satisfying the requirements of a quorum. And so we will continue with tonight's business and special meeting. So we'll start first with the recognition of visitors by the superintendent.
We have a FCCLA advisor and students here, which we'll be hearing from on item number 5.
Wonderful, thank you. Glad you're here, appreciate students being here for the purpose of their request. And at this time, we'll ask if there is any board comment, any items board members wish to speak on that aren't on tonight's agenda.
So the We the People program, I sent a copy of some of the really nice cards that I got from Wes Wells and his club to Chris Averill, who is the state of Montana We the People, person that got a bunch of money, and I'm trying to get him to send money for next year's We the People trip in advance while they have it. So they were super thrilled. He had no idea it had even gone on. And yeah, it was a really good deal. Thanks.
Thank you, Tony. Skip?
Just to follow his comment, it was kind of unexpected. I just left the American Legion meeting in which a contingent from We the People presented their experiences from the trip to Washington, D.C. and their competition. They did a great job. They were just a high-class group of kids, and it was really an impressive display, and I hope that we can push for a better, bigger team next year.
Wonderful. Thank you, Skip. Thanks, Tony. Other board comment? All right, that's public comment. Topics for public comment cannot include any pending legal matters, private personnel issues, or private student issues. The board may occasionally ask questions to clarify public comment. The board may correct inaccurate statements. Is there any public comment tonight? All right, very good. All right, we'll move into approval of claims. We'll just approve these as claims rather than setting up as a consent agenda. And so tonight you have claim 43569 for a total of $900 in front of you. The floor is open for a motion.
I'll move to approve the claims as presented.
Thank you, Stephanie. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Jennifer. Question or comment from the board? Question or comment from the public? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Approved. Next, we'll go through our employment section of the agenda. There are no hirings tonight, correct? All right, no interviews are finished there. We do have 2 resignations that we've been asked to accept, regretfully. The first one is in the elementary district, and you'll find in your packet a letter of resignation from ELP through grade 4 counselor Lee Stark. The floor is open for a motion.
I move to accept Mr. Lee Stark's resignation as presented.
Stephanie? And seconded by Tony. Question or comment on this resignation from the board? Brent?
I just want to acknowledge Mr. Stark's contribution to the Stevensville School District. We've been very blessed to have him through some difficult times in our district, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank him as a board member for his contributions to our school district.
Well said. He has been an amazing asset. very nicely. And brought a lot of positive press and focus and spotlight to the district, dating back to his being recognized by the White House and almost 10 years ago, and some pretty amazing things. So, yeah, great employee.
He's been a cornerstone.
Yes. Other comment from the board? Question or comment from the public? Skip, how do you vote?
Aye.
Billy? Aye. Stephanie?
Aye.
Aye to accept the resignation. Aye. Fran?
Aye.
Tony?
Aye.
And Dan?
Aye.
Motion carries. Our other resignation is from Zeke Caney, and you'll find a letter in your packet. Floor is open for a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the resignation of Mr. King as presented.
Sorry.
Seconded by Tony. Questions or comment from the board? Questions or, yes, Fran?
Again, sorry, I know Mr. Caney has only been with us for a very short time, but I think the impact he's made on our district is one that will be with us for many, many years to come. And so I appreciate the direction that he has pushed our district in, and I just don't think we would be where we are without Mr. Caney.
Well said. He's been a great asset and the right person that we needed at the right time for these past 2 years, for sure. Other question or comment from the board? Question or comments from the public? All those in favor of accepting the resignation as presented in the high school district, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 5, as Mr. Conan mentioned earlier, is a request to approve out-of-state travel for the FCCLA CTSO organization to attend their National Leadership Conference in Washington, D.C. July. Mr. Conan and Ms. Baxter.
Sure. I would like to introduce McKenna Monroe and Madison Hinton, who are planning on leaving July 5th and returning July 11th, going to Washington, D.C. Anything else you guys would like to add about this trip, about what we're doing?
Awesome, yeah. So most of you guys know me or know of me. I'm McKenna Monroe. I'm a senior, and with me today,
Maddie Hinton, a junior.
yes. And so a couple months ago at our state competition, we both won our events that we competed in. These were events focused on family, career, and community leadership. And by showcasing our skills there, we are awarded the opportunity to present these same skills at the national competition in Washington, D.C. So that's why we're here today, is just asking that you approve that out-of-state travel for us.
Yes. I'm really excited for the opportunity to go on this trip. I think that this will be the biggest school-related trip I've ever gone on, and I'm really proud of both of our accomplishments in making it to the national competition as well.
Thank you, Anne. Congratulations. Well done. Before we open up for questions, which there might be a couple, I want to just stress how much I appreciate the two of you being here. I think it's so super important for students to come before the board and represent their out-of-state travel, which you have done magnificently. So compliments for being here. I know you have other things that you could be and should be doing tonight, but you're in the right place for right now. Thank you. Questions from the board for the two representatives headed to Washington, D.C.? Stephanie?
What is your collection of skills that you presented at state and will carry on to nationals?
Awesome, yes. So I'll begin. My event was called Focus on Children. So I actually had designed a solution to a community issue. So I chose the lack of elementary financial education. So I designed the curriculum, designed a workshop, and took this all to our elementary students and worked with our local classrooms and worked with our students, and then got to showcase that to a professional in the industry, and they were like, that's awesome, and essentially that's the skills I learned through that. So lots of communication, leadership, and a little bit of that business knowledge coming in, which was really awesome. But then Maddie.
My event was called Teacher Train, where I researched the career teaching as a whole and just kind of projected like job openings and like projected salaries, things like that. And then I also shadowed one of my teachers and developed some lesson plans based on that, and like implemented some of his teaching styles into my lessons and how I would teach them, and just kind of give a presentation based on it.
Very cool. Well, thank you for representing Stevensville so well. Sorry, that was your question. Any further questions?
Oh, no, not, except when you guys, assuming that you do some sort of post-secondary, would you consider coming back to Stevensville and continuing that path? Yeah, because it sounds like
I think definitely, like, I've always wanted to do something that relates to children in some way. How that's gonna look in the long-term goals of my life, I'm not sure, because I'm 17, I'm still figuring my life out. But, you know, I think the skills learned, not just through the individual events, but the communication abilities, leadership, putting yourself in a new environment, like all of that growth can't be understated. So I think that'll really carry on wherever I go and whatever I do.
Yeah, I would probably also consider it, just kind of depending on where my student teaching opportunities end up being, or kind of where the career takes me, I suppose.
beautiful, the world's your oyster, guys.
Thank you. Can I put that in my grad speech?
There you go.
It's a new one, you have to cite me for it.
Other questions or comment from the board? The floor is open for a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the FCC LA National Leadership Group to travel to Washington DC for their July 5th competition.
Second. Moved by Fran, seconded by Billy. Further question, comment from the board? Question or comment from the panel? All those in favor? Yes, I'm sorry.
I just want to state that McKenna came to my classroom and did her presentation with my class, and they loved it. They were so engaged, and it was wonderful. And I was so excited when you won, because I was like, I know what this presentation was. So it was incredible. The kids loved it. So.
Wonderful. Thank you, thank you.
Just
Other
see how proud I am for
Yes.
these girls.
Please.
I have had kids in the past qualify for nationals, they never wanted to go.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we're excited for you. Excited for you to make it there. Thank you. Further question or comment? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. As we get ready to seat our new Board of Trustees, Gail Johnstone, I want to take a second and recognize outgoing trustees. There'll be two trustees stepping down off the board, and we'll reorganize the board here in a minute. But really want to thank Trustee Mullen for the terms that he has served. It's been a couple terms now, and really it is I hate to call it a culmination, but in a sense it is. It really brings a lot of decades of educational experience here in Stevensville all together in a way that I think greatly advanced the school, advanced policy around the school, visioning, planning, structure, insight, institutional knowledge, educational experience dating back into the late 70s, early 80s, time in the high school, the middle school, which was then the junior high, and then administration as well. So can't think of a more fitting way to volunteer his time than as a board of trustee. And so it'll be a loss to have Dan step down. And with that, would present Dan with a lifetime access pass, because I don't know of anybody who is more committed to attending Stevensville athletics than Dan.
Let me thank everybody. It's been a joy the last 3 years to have served on this board. This board has, I think, accomplished a lot of very, very positive things. It's moved in a very positive direction. I'm hoping that as the following year starts to come up, the new challenges that are going to be faced by the board, I wish them the best of luck, and I can't appreciate working with everybody. It's been a joy. But after 46, I think it's 46, maybe it's more, years of being involved in the school business, it's time for somebody else to step up and have the chance to do that. Thank you again.
All right, and Gail, we look forward to swearing you in.
And
And
you as well. Mr. Meyer, if anyone else would like to help support, that would be great. Thank you for your service. You have been definitely connected to our district, not only on the school board, but also with your students. And so your experience with education as well, similar to Dan, you've been connected to schools in several different ways through not only being a teacher at one point, an FFA advisor, but also through your current position in your job. And so we thank you for all that you've done to help move our district forward. And I had, when you're a teacher, you have to kind of give each student kind of some of the same types of accolades. So I created one for you as well. So you're gonna have to come for your kids anyway, so take that. And then obviously your plaque.
all right, thank you. And I did not prepare words, so again, Dan, appreciate Dan thinking of something to say, but I would agree that I think the board and its makeup right now and its entirety has done a lot of good things. I think the board has done a lot of good work and been through some difficult times. Billy served prior to COVID, as well as I did, and so it's like I don't want something blasphemous, but AD and BC type of stuff, the way things were, and so I think we've seen through a lot of things. But I wish the board well. Obviously, wish the school the very best, and look forward to great success from all parties involved. So with that, look forward to seating and swearing in our new trustee. So I think Linda has oath of office. All right, so Gail, if you want to come forward, and Linda can issue your oath of office, and as soon as you're sworn in, we'll exit the board.
Okay, we're not swearing those here.
I think Linda will do it probably right there.
I will just read it to you. Does she read it or do I read it? I'm sorry.
I think the clerk reads
Reads it,
it,
that's what I
and
thought, okay.
then ask for the
Yeah.
agreement from the
Yeah.
trustee.
Okay. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Montana, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity, so help me God.
I do.
And then we will have Shelby do, we'll have another oath through her. We'll do the paperwork really quick.
A lot of times we take a short recess while we do that.
Sure.
No.
As vice chair and acting chair, I will call this meeting back to order. So we will roll into our reorganization of the board. Welcome, Gail. It's nice to have you seated on the board. It felt like the election process was long, even though it was not maybe arduous, so it's nice to have you here. So per policy, our process is going to be, I'm going to call for nominations for a chairperson pro tempore for the purpose of facilitating the election of the board chair. Would anybody have a nomination for the chairperson pro tempore? I say it right?
I think you just nominate me, I think that's it.
Oh, I just nominate you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll
I'd
work.
like to nominate Superintendent John Conan as our, is it chairperson pro tempore or pro?
Pro tem.
Can I, thank you. That feels a lot better.
I'll second that.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Please say aye. Thank you. Any opposed?
All right, thank you. I'm gonna go through the process here so everyone understands the process a little bit. Each year, the board must participate in the annual reorganization, and you're supposed to do it no later than 25 days after the election or re-election of our trustees. Policy 1120 kind of lays out exactly what we do. We recently, just in April, we redid this policy with some added information to make sure it was clear on how this process works. So we have, coming up here, we will be nominating a person for anyone who would be open to being the board chair. We take all nominees first, and before we do any type of voting on that, and we make sure that we know who is wanting to be in that position for the board chair. Once we have the board chair nominees stated out loud, then we go through, starting in order of how they were nominated. I will start with the first person. After the first person is nominated, and I will ask for a vote. We don't use the no vote, we only use the aye votes, and so we'll go through ayes for that first person. If a majority of ayes are reached, then that person will be the new board chairperson, and we start the same process for the vice chair after that. So we have appropriate motions for that. Would sound similar to, I move to nominate whoever as the Stevensville Board of Trustees chair, and then again, we repeat that process for the vice board chair. And so again, policy 1120 lays out those processes to nominate our next board chairman. Any questions before we begin? Okay, I call for candidates for the board chairman. Chairperson. Yes, Fran.
I would like to nominate Stephanie Esch as our chair, board chair.
Stephanie Esch has been nominated for board chair. Are there any other nominations for board chair? Hearing none, we will go to the vote. Please signify by saying aye. We'll start at the very end down there with Gail.
Aye.
Fran. Sorry, not Fran. Jennifer.
Aye.
Tony.
Aye.
Fran.
Aye.
I don't know if you can vote for yourself. I don't know that. That's out of my league. I should have researched that one. Billy.
Aye.
And Skip.
Aye.
Hearing that, Stephanie Esch has been nominated as, or actually discussion, right? Ask for discussion from the board. Discussion from the public. Hearing none, Stephanie Esch is our new board chair.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the trust and the confidence. I don't take it lightly, so I am excited to work hard and continue to build that. We'll move on to our next action item, our next piece of business. Do we need to facilitate moving that back over to me, or do I just get to take the reins and call for nominations for the vice chair?
I will, turn it back to you as the board chair to be able to do that.
Thank you very much. We will now call for nominations for our vice chair for this next, for the 2026-2027 year. Are there any nominations for the vice chair? Fran?
I would like to nominate Jen Gunterman as our vice chair.
Jen Gunterman has been nominated for the vice chair position. Are there other nominations for the vice chair position? Any other nominations? Hearing none, and we don't need a second, we will now take our vote. Gail, how do you vote for Jen Gunterman for vice chair?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Tony? Fran?
Aye.
I vote aye. Billy? Skip?
Aye.
Jen Gunterman, you are our new vice chair. Thank you.
To live up to my predecessors. Stand in where I can.
Thank you. I guess following this, if I might just say, we've got a little bit more business to do here. We've got to appoint our clerk. But I just want to mention, we've got a little bit of business to do. I'll be reaching out to each of you guys just to check in about things like committee assignments. We've got our summer processes to do as far as goal setting, working with administration, our annual board retreat, making sure that we're respectful of everybody's time and schedules. So we'll just want to get that on the books. We'll do some new board member training so that you understand your duties and responsibilities and how to move forward from here. So everybody has my phone number. If you have any questions, just give me a call, and I hope to fill the shoes that I've been given. Thank you very much. We'll move on to our next order of business with the appointment of the clerk. This evening we need to reassign district clerk for the following year. Mr. Cronin?
Yes, Chairperson Esch, I recommend the reappointment of Mrs. Glenda Kearney for district clerk.
Do we have a motion?
Make a motion.
Billy?
I make a motion to nominate Glenda Kearney as our treasurer. Clerk, that's right, sorry. I lost it for a second.
That's okay.
Yes.
Second.
And Fran? We have Billy and Fran moving to appoint Glenda Kearney as the clerk of Stevensville School District Board of Trustees.
Do have one thing, on your certificate of appointment of clerk, it does state it was at a regular board meeting. I fixed that before tonight, and it is at a special board meeting, so I had got it ready for last board meeting, and then we didn't do it, and so corrections have been made now.
Thank you, Glenda. That's why you should be here.
What a great
And why you make an excellent business manager. So thank you very much. We have a motion and a second. Is there any more comment from the board? Comment from the public? All right, we have a motion and a second to reappoint Ms. Glenda Kearney as our district clerk. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Thank you very much. And our final order of business this evening is a call for candidates for our open school board position. Mr. Conan, would you like to talk through that process for me?
Sure, we're asking for a call of letters of application for the open school board position. We'll start advertising as of tomorrow, take letters until June 4th. We'll then interview all candidates who have applied at the 6 p.m. special board meeting prior to the 7 p.m. regular board meeting on June 9th. This is the similar fashion and format that we did when Skip was placed on, voted onto the board. And that will be the timeline going forward. Anything else?
No, I have the posting ready to go in the paper tomorrow.
Excellent. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we call for letters of application for the open school board position.
Excellent. Do we have a second?
Second.
Fran made motion and Jen on second. Is there any comment from the board or questions?
I just want to clarify, is the deadline at 4:00? Is that when they have to have it in?
Yes,
Thank you.
June 4th at 4 p.m.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board? Questions or comments from the public? Hearing none, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor to move forward with our call for letters of application for the open school board position, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you very much. And this concludes our business for this evening's meeting. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Billy and Jen. Any questions or comments from the board? Questions or comments from the public? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Carry on. Thank you, guys.